You are on Real Talk with Sierra Renee Smith. This is my first and foremost. I must say that he is guilty. I think down inside that he's guilty. Not all these women will go all these years and saying the same thing, and different women, different locations, the same situation with the same dude. Um, yes, I believe truly that he's guilty. I don't understand why there are some people who are defending this idiot and defending this monster, defending this pedophile. Um, he's been guilty. He was guilty back in 2008 and probably before that, but he just didn't get attention till 2008 about it. Yeah, he's guilty. He's up there on Miss King showing his ass or talking, jumping up and down and dancing and acting a fool, trying to act like he's innocent. He's not innocent. He's far from innocent. He's very guilty. And another thing, uh, I want to give my love and prayers and sympathy to Mr. and Mrs. Angelo and Alice Clary, Mr. and Mrs. Timothy and John Jalen Savage. I want you, for parents, to get together and band together and unite to go after this pedophile and to go get your children. Bust in the door, do whatever you have to do to get these babies away from him. Last night it was reported that he had they claim it was a false alarm, but there was a suicide pact going on with Kelly and these girls. I want you guys to go get your kids. By any means necessary, do what you have to do to get them. But I also want to say a special shout out to three YouTubers that I think has done a significant, great job with the coverage of R. Kelly's situation, and they're not defending this monster by no stretch of the imagination. Tasha K is one of them. Uh, this guy named Mike, I think he does all viral access or something like that, and King Brittany Chanel. Those are the only three that's called this monster for what he is, a monster. They're not defending him. They're not trying to make excuses for him. They're not, basically, they're keeping it real and they're telling the truth and they're exposing this monster for who he is, as well as his enablers. I think his enablers should be held responsible and accountable too. And they need to go down in the flames with Robert Sylvester Kelly. Um, my thing is, why are there so many people out there who want to believe him and try to give him the benefit of the doubt? Uh, all these women that was featured on Survivor R. Kelly could not possibly be lying on him. I'm sorry. Uh, Geronda Pace, Asante McGee, Lizette Martinez, Faith Rogers, Lisa Van Allen, Kitty Jones, even Javante Cunningham had witnessed some stuff up, with R. Kelly involving Aaliyah. R. Kelly had married a 15-year-old pregnant Aaliyah. Can you imagine that? A 15-year-old girl trying to start her career, and she ends up with this monster and gets pregnant and marries him so she can get an abortion. And then after the abortion, her parents make her annul the marriage. Now, come on now. R. Kelly is guilty as they come. I'm sorry, he's not innocent at all. There's not an innocent bone in his body. But I'm hoping that lawyers like Michael Avenatti and others help bring this pedophile to justice. Something needs to be done, and black girls matter. They do. We do. It's like ever since that monster Trump got into the White House, it's like everybody's going back how things were in the 50s and before. Like, we women are not important. Uh, and especially black women. If you're black and you're woman in this day and age, it's like you are way down at the bottom of the totem pole. And this country and in Africa. Imagine, on a slave plantation, get whipped, beaten, sexually assaulted, and then forced to sometimes see your children being sold away from you, stuff like that. Women have been disrespected all the way around, but black women has caught the brunt of it, of the disrespect. And this goes hand in hand with R. Kelly. It's amazing that the only non-black woman that he assaulted was Lizette Martinez, and she's Latino. Had this been a bunch of white girls, it would have took all these. It would have took a whole lot of white girls to come out and speak against R. Kelly. All it would have took was one, and R. Kelly would have been sent straight to prison, straight to prison. All it would have took was one blonde hair, blue eyed white woman, or brown hair, brown eyed white woman. His ass would have been in prison a long time ago. There wouldn't have been no Geronda Pace. If the first case was done because of a white girl, there would have been no Geronda Pace, no Asante McGee, no Joycelyn Savage, no Azriel Clary, none of them, because he would have got sent away on the first try. Now, we are into 2019, and he's getting ready to go to family court. I guess he had to go to family court today. Um, he has to deal with this non-back child support crap that he owes Andrea Kelly, who is also another one of his victims. And she was married to him for 13 years. But I think that R. Kelly needs to be brought to justice. He needs to be put away in prison and for a very long time. And I want to say to the men, the known men, the fathers who actually were fathers to their children and raised them in the same household with the woman, their wife, the mothers. I want to say something special to Angelo Clary and Timothy Savage. Um, Gentlemen, thank you. I have nothing but high praise and thanks to you guys. Thank you for being stand-up men and standing beside your woman and marrying your woman, not living shacking up with your woman, marrying your woman, and raising your kids up the way they're supposed to be raised up. And thank you for continuing to fight for your babies, and don't ever give up. And when you get your babies home, get them into some counseling and get them into church. That's all I have to say. Get them into counseling and get them into church, and y'all go to church together as a family. And but R. Kelly needs to be brought to justice. He really does. And he's no man at all. He's a monster. What man what 50-something-year-old man want with a 20-something-year-old girl? Come on now. That is more than 20 years apart from each other. These girls are young enough to be his daughters. You never seen R. Kelly with a 50-something-year-old woman. The oldest woman I think he might have been with was probably Andrea Kelly, his ex-wife. And I think she's like 44 or 45 or something like that. And something is totally off about R. Kelly or whatever. Yes, I understand he was molested as a child by his sister Teresa, but he was not the only one in that house that was sexually molested by Teresa Kelly. Carrie Kelly was molested by Teresa Kelly. And guess what? Carrie Kelly's not out there molesting children. He's not turned into a child predator or a child pedophile or anything like that. He's quite the opposite. He wants to fight on the behalf of kids. But this gives R. Kelly no excuse to be a rapist, a child predator, pedophile, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, he's guilty. Just because you get on national TV and jump up and down and talking about, I didn't do this, absolutely not, whatever, nigga, you lying. And you know you lying. And, but I just thought I'd get on here to express how I feel. And I hope you guys listen to the, Savage family, the Clary family, I'm praying for you guys. Stay strong and continue to fight. Um, to everybody else out there who may say this, please stop defending him. Why defend a monster? Please stop giving him excuses. Rally behind these two families, and keep these families in your hearts and prayers. R. Kelly deserves to be brought down, and he deserves to be prosecuted his and what he deserves. Well, that's all I have to say, everybody. You all have a nice day. God bless you. Take care. I'm out. Ah.